Welcome, spooksters, to Scarlet Hollow. This is a game. Can I get some? Follow us on Twitter. This is a game by Black Tabby Games. It is an indie horror game by Abby Howard and Tony Howard Arias. It's a spooky game. It's a spooky game. Apparently it's a spooky game. They were very kind enough to give me a copy of it for free. They straight up just were like, "Are you a content creator?" And I was like, "I create content. I don't know if anyone watches it, but..." And so I said I would do a spooky stream. So now I am alone. I'm alone in the dark, in my very dark room on All Hallows Eve. And I have a beer here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Here it is. There you go. Alright, so let's get spooked, y'all. I've never played this. I actually haven't even heard anything about this. My name? Don Goblin. I live in the city of Goblinia. Select pronouns. Oh, cool. Very cool. I go he, him. Ooh. Additional paths and dialogue options. Hot. Powerful build. Strong and athletic. The pinnacle of fitness. Tough as nails. Strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. Two traits. Know how to lie and win when you're being lied to. No door can hold you. Observant. Picks up on vibes. Understands others' perspectives. And hot. Well, definitely not hot. I'm gonna do talks to animals for sure. And I think mystical? Let's go with that. Mystical. Strange and mystical. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off. And now here you are, awake again, and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of her mother, your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying, Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he's even stopped when he started to doze off. At first, he thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies, we were doing our usual prank stuff, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Hell yeah, sounds awesome. You do your best to keep a blank face, waking up, and by extension, accidentally giving this strange man permission to keep talking to you was a mistake. So this girl comes up to us swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot. I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. About 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, for reals, and jeez. You ever get so mad you just want to, kill somebody? I have never felt that. I have never wanted to kill anyone. You're young. You'll get it. When someone tries to break your heart someday, it changes a person. Makes them think they've never thought they could. Ha! I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. You sit, awash in horror, but doing your best to keep a neutral face as this man admits that he's thought about murdering the soon-to-be mother of his child, a child whose birth he is currently missing and considering ditching to go have fun in New York. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? I've been called back to my ancestral... I almost said ancestral. Well, we're going with the trade answer. I've been called back to my ancestral home. My mother fled from her destiny there many years ago. But now that both she and her sister have departed from this world, I can feel it calling me back. The young man anxiously shifts in his seats. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable before he catches himself and heartily laughs. Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in the mountains. That's the only stop until this bus turns around, so if you aren't getting off at my stop, you must be headed that way. Almost nobody ever goes there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now. Though actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see. There's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I never wanted to do that thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean... Meta? Or whatever the fuck it's called? Whatever. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone, focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. No thanks. A dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry anymore. Well, sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes a new fact about who you are. Eat the peanuts. Take the peanuts. I'll take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. And just like that, the stranger's gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. If no one ever comes here, that's, I don't know. Arrives Monday, departs Monday, 11:01 a.m. 1 minute, you get 1 minute. The sign at least bus station, but calling that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk, though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road. What? Let alone a bus that drives on it every week. Driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Ah! Hey, Dungoblin. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks to be annoyed here. Looks like someone needs a hug. Offer her your boiled peanuts as a condolence. Someone needs a hug. Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, eh? I'm gonna say, how are you holding up? How are you holding up? Fine. All of these options suck. Okay, but if that ever changes, I'm here for you, okay? Even after I go home. Sure. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. Yep, you have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. I can sense a deep scar in our bloodline, a gaping maw intent on consuming itself to oblivion. I only hope we can mend it during our time together. Great, good for you. Alright, remain silent. That is very not safe. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare to what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on a crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. As soon as you enter, you're hit with a blast of dusty air. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges, and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you're stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Lie, it's beautiful. So you live here? Yeah, and I'm letting you stay here for free, so mind your manners. Or did your mother not teach you about this? Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, as you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixins for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Someone cleans this place? It's perfect. Awesome. I love PB&J. What if I want ice cream? I feel the weight of the world pressing in on this place, as if the entire estate is a step away from crumbling to dust. Okay, geez, you get it. You think it's messy. I'll tell Janie to be more thorough this week. But you should know there's only so much anyone can do with a country house this old. It's always going to be a little grimy and worn, unlike your sleek city apartments. If a little dirt bothers you, you're going to have a rough time this week. Awesome, I love PB&J. How'd you know it was one of my favorites? That smile can't be real. That damned smile achievement unlocked, that's funny. I didn't, but good for you. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy wanting groceries and shit like that? There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online. Wait, you have internet out here? No, you fucking don't. General, how very folksy store. Oh, I didn't actually. Sweet, thanks. Cool, good talk. Alright, what's next on the tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. I didn't even know the fucking animal. Approach the cat. Hi, cat. Kit. Don't try to pet Frou Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Ne me parle pas. Okay, but can I pet you? Ugh, another filthy American sticking their business where it doesn't belong. No, you may not pet me. I would sooner smear myself with sewage than be touched by your filthy ape hands. Ugh. Stop wasting my time. Let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through the long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Oh, thanks. It's a nasty, wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Mystery stains? It's piss, shit, and cum, my man. Why 3 toothbrushes? And hair dye? I guess? Can I click on anything? Is there anything? Can I hit tab? Oh, no, don't skip! Tab skips. No! Oh, that's, okay. Oh, I'll save. Auto? Oh, cool. This is the worst bathroom. Lift toilet seat. Yeah. Scram, fellas, the jig is up. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. That's not that dirty. Use the facilities. Wash your hands, dog. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. Thanks. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. People have died here, haven't they? This room is nice, thank you. Good. You should be honored to stay in a historic landmark such as this. Every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. It's not an IKEA bedroom or whatever it's such nonsense you're used to in the city. Are you fucking Norse? What a squizgar-ass face you got here. Remain silent. Who used to sleep here? When? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now, you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Alright, I guess I'll get started. Follow me, I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. Whoa. This room being off-kilter is a little creepy. Hey, look, a dog and a dog. Is this the same dog? Looks like it. There's a goat. Or a ram, I guess. This concludes the tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Ooh, some dialogues will open additional conversations path. Are you sure you can't say the date? Why are you being such a jerk to me? Where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me, except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Alright, can I come watch? What? No, the mine's dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. Hashtag girl boss. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own a coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Remain silent. Whatever your thoughts may be on Tabitha's work situation, you decide it's best to keep them to yourself. Is there anything else you'd like to bother me with before I leave, or are we good? Look, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you're back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Okay, bye! That was weird. Bye, Tabitha. I like her. She's great. Now it's just you. You in this sprawling, decrepit estate. Alright, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom. PB&J sounds great right now. Settle into your room. Let's settle into my room. When your cousins are gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance of your room. Let's look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. No, I would not. That's how you get poison ivy. You'd go out there and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink floral tea while you enjoy the bird song. Yeah, you'd definitely just do that. Just not right now. Let's check the closet. Tickle, tickle, tickle. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll. Of course you're sharing your room with a creepy doll. You pick it up and examine it more closely. It reads, Property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. Close the closet behind you. Spare clothes in the drawer. Hey, it's my friends! You drag your suitcase out over to the bottom drawer. A possum lurks within. It's quiet, but angry. Afraid! My friend, no hurt. Afraid! Offer him your boiled peanuts. Hold out your still dripping bag of boiled peanuts. Afraid! Death comes for Dustin. Oh, poor guy. Poor Dustin. I love Dustin. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag. But there's no going back now. Examine the painting on the wall. This must be an old relative of yours. Very old, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Alright, that's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. I don't want a PB&J. Although maybe I can see Frou Frou again. I guess if I haven't eaten much, maybe a PB&J sounds good. The only thing louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your food poisoning. Your fear of food poisoning. Jesus, I'm sorry. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Talk to Frou Frou. Frou Frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I do not want to talk to you. Go away. Offer her boiled peanuts. Can you tell me about Tabitha? What can you tell me about my cousin? This is the first time I've met her. Spare me your life story. Tabitha at least knows not to bother me. Can you tell me about my aunt? Perlane? I never knew my aunt. She's dead. I do not waste my time on corpses. Do you like living here? I despise small talk. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Ow! Frou Frou! Alright, check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness a long time ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? I would just wanna look around. Fuck you, cat. You're a cat. You're a fucking cat. Fuck you. Stupid fucking cat. Search the cabinets. Cabinet must be protected by keys and additional, and oddly enough, the utensils. I don't think that's odd. Examine the mug. Examine the shot glass. Grab a bowl. Examine the mug. Blowing Rock, North Carolina. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. Might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. I didn't know this game took place in North Carolina. That's cool. Examine the shot glass. I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Perlane, so it wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you heard about your mom... from the few stories you've heard from your mom, Perlane wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Grab a bowl. Moth trap, don't touch! You reach for the bowl, but as you pull it down, a blend of vinegar and dead moth splashes onto you, immediately staining your shirt. On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, Moth trap, do not touch. Whoops.
Well, it's getting late. Okay, that's enough for tonight. Good night.